Hello everybody, I'm back with another Star Wars Unlimited sealed draft deck tech. I opened up 6 packs and I'm seeing how many playable and fun decks I can come up with out of it. And I already did a Director, Krennic, and Green deck, and I'll put a card up in the top corner of the screen. You can check that out. But this time we're going to do a Jyn Erso, so a hero yellow deck. Her ability is I can tap it, and whenever tap and attack with a unit, and the defender gets -1. So you would use that every time possible because it's you're not paying a resource, and it's an action that allows you to attack, which is something we're going to try to do with as many cards as possible. Because this is kind of aggro with the red, so anytime we can play a card that gives us a buff or a debuff to our opponent and allows us to attack, it's kind of like getting 2 actions out of 1 action. So once I put all my hero, yellow, and red cards and my neutral cards together, as well as I had 2 double aspect cards like this one here together, I had 37 cards. So I needed to remove, actually I think I had more than that. What did I have? I'm looking at this. I had 40 cards. So I needed to take 10 cards out of. That's right, because of the neutral cards. So the way I do this, I sort my cards out. And that's also in the sorting and cracking video. You can check that out. I'll put a card up there for that. So what I have are my early game, which is 1 and 2 cost cards. It's actually these 3 rows. My mid game, which is 3 and 4, and then late game cards that cost 5 or more. So we don't have any kind of ramping or anything to add resources to. So I wanted to keep that down to 30 cards max. So I don't want to have more than a third or 10 of the cards as events. So I just went through, and how many events did I have? I had 13. So I wanted to remove 3 of those. Now, where is it? One of my double aspect cards was this aggression card, so it's going to cost 4 plus 2 additional, so it would be a late game. I guess I should put that over there in late game events. But I wanted to try it. I want to try some double aspect cards and see if I ever, got to use that. So I wanted to keep that one, but I removed these 3 events. This is just early game, and it's a great card for 1, but I want my single event cards to be something to help me quick. So took that one out. The force throw is kind of conditional, so I didn't want that. I wanted something that I could play all the time. And the same thing with bamboozle. Wasn't thrilled about it, so that got me down to 10 events. So that was a place to start. Then I go to the other end of the spectrum. I look at my late game cards, and I had quite a few of those. So 1, 2, 3, so 5, 6, 7, 8. Way too many for me to have. Actually, this is maybe 1 or 2 more than I would normally want. I'd probably only want 3, maybe 4. But what I did was I pulled a duplicate of Snowspeeder out, which is a great card with ambush, but it's kind of low on the attack. So in the late game, I need to be doing damage and finishing it out. It is nice because it's ambush and non-attack, get to exhaust an enemy, so it slows down that clock. But it was a duplicate, so I kept that. Cantina Bouncer is a double aspect card, so that makes it 5 plus 2, 7 count. Definitely got rid of that one. And then this Occupy Siege Tank, 5 cost for a 5/4 and grit. Grit's great, but it doesn't have ambush, so it's not going to work that turn. It may take damage when it comes out, so that it could boost that damage or the damage output it's going to do. But I opted to go with the Gorilla because I could ready it in late game. If I have 15 or more damage on my base, I get to ready this unit. I wanted something in space for late game, So I did that, and then the Syndicate Lackeys has Ambush, so it comes out. It's basically the same thing with Ambush, so it gets to attack on the turn it comes out. So that got me down 7 cards. So there's 3 more cards. I'm sorry, yeah, it got me down 6. So I needed 4 more cards to pull to cull out. So this is a 1 cost. On the attack, you can pay 2, draw more. So all of a sudden, it's not so much a 1 cost, but a 3 cost. And it's a duplicate with what I already had. So I kept 1 copy in just to be a 1 cost, 1/2, just a little ping damage. So that was 1. Underworld Thugs, just a, kind of generic. It's a neutral 2 cost, 2/3 card. Nothing fancy about that, so that was kind of easier to pull out. Frontier ATRT, I do like this card with having other vehicles, so it comes in with Ambush, but I had quite a few other mid-game units and plenty of ground units, so I opted to remove that one. And then Fighters for Freedom. It is nice. You get that if you've already played another card, a red card that turn, you get to do a little ping damage, but it's kind of situational. I would need to have played another red card that turn, so it's not at best I would have to have 4 resources if I played my single red unit there, but probably not going to get off that card action. So pulled that one. So I'll have the deck list in the description. I load these up on Felt Table and just play against other 30 card draft decks that I have. But I'll try it out. If you have any comments on it, let me know, and we'll go from there. Take care.